Hello everyone, my name is Tamisha and today we're going to be sewing. I'm a multi-passionate artist, so I work on crochet pieces, sewing pieces, different things. I'm going to be posting more of that on this channel. My goal, my hopes, my dreams is to create a artist space focused on women's health, women's stories, and create things. So if you're into that, please subscribe and let's be besties. Today we are making a keepsake bunny. If you would like to see the bears that I've done, just go to previous videos and you'll see those there. Now, is this the full process? No. If you'd like the full process, let me know in the comments. Might have already posted one by now. I don't know. Look at the channel. This is just me working on it and telling you the mama's birth story. These mamas are so resilient and I'm so glad that they let me tell their stories. Trigger warning. This video does contain real birth stories and includes medical terminology, discussion of labor, delivery, and postpartum experiences. Viewer discretion is advised. This content is for educational purposes and storytelling purposes only. I am not a medical professional. Seek your medical provider. Now, I am reading from the perspective of the mother, so these are her words, not mine. All birth stories are important, unique, and matter. No matter what the outcome may be, today I'm sharing my birth story with you. I have 4 beautiful children who each have a very unique birth story. Today I choose to share my youngest Phoebe's birth story because this is who Tamisha is making the keepsake bunny for. Let's jump in. I had 2 C-sections, 1 successful VBAC. With a successful VBAC behind me, I planned for her birth to be another natural unmedicated TOLAC, or trial of labor after cesarean. We ran into some issues during pregnancy. I had preeclampsia and needed a cerclage placed due to early shortening of the cervix. However, none of these issues changed our birth plan until around 35 weeks. After many high-risk appointments and deep thinking on mine and my husband's end, we followed our care team's suggestions for a 38-week induction to ensure both mine and Phoebe's safety due to preeclampsia. Fast forward to induction day, my care team chose Pitocin as their induction method. While I hadn't heard great things about Pitocin and had reservations about the method, my team pushed for it and didn't really explain any other options. The day of induction, I was reassured that all was well and that I only had about a 1% risk of uterine rupture. The Pitocin began around 10 a.m. and by about 7:30 to 8 p.m. my labor had really begun to progress. I knew she would arrive soon. For those of you who don't know, Pitocin causes extremely unnatural contractions that are stronger and closer together than normal birth, so I ended up requesting an epidural. Soon after the epidural, something felt totally off, so I asked to go to C-section. As they had also assured me earlier in the day that any time I could request to go to the operating room. I was quickly denied and told that it was too late to go to the operating room. My team checked my cervix, I felt everything, so they called the anesthesiologist, who checked my epidural placement and if it was correctly working, which it was. Things began to move fast at this point. I was in excruciating pain. They lost Phoebe's heartbeat on the monitor, and she had moved from head down back to head up. I was terrified, devastated, and so sick. My water broke during all the chaos. Apparently, at this point, I had suffered a total uterine rupture and placental abruption. I lost a lot of blood, about half my body's volume. I was immediately rushed to C-section where I received 2 blood transfusions of several units of blood. I was under full anesthesia and I was cut hip to hip, where Phoebe was delivered in around 7 minutes. Phoebe hadn't had oxygen in about 9 minutes and scored about a 2 on her APGAR. We truly didn't know if she would survive. She immediately went to NICU to be intubated, tube fed, and placed in controlled hypothermia for 72 hours. She was on EEG for many days following to see what brain activity, if any, was occurring. Miraculously, after the 72-hour controlled hypothermia and many days of her body at rest for an MRI, we got great news. The MRI was perfect. There was no brain damage. However, she was still fighting. She had metabolic acidosis, was being NG tube fed, and her future looks like she would be coming home with a G tube for feeding. She stayed in the NICU for 34 days, working on by mouth feedings, weight gain, seizure monitoring, and safely feeding by mouth. She fought so hard and beat all the odds. She's a perfect baby girl, and we are so lucky to have her home with us, happy and healthy. Again, all birth stories are unique, important, and they matter. I chose to share ours to give insight on why I chose my fourth child for this keepsake bunny. Also, I want all mothers, expectant mothers, and women in general to know that it is your body, and you do have a choice, no matter how defeated you feel and how stern a physician may seem. We want to remember and honor the days spent in the NICU that made us all stronger and bonded deeper. So Phoebe's NICU items and special newborn items will be featured on this bunny. Thanks for listening to my birth story, and thanks for reading, and special thanks to Tamisha for this gift. Okay, now it's time for the reveal. I'm so excited to show y'all. I hope you love it. I love it. I hope she loves it. Here we go. She is so adorable. It's so cute. I cannot wait for her to see this. It is so cute, and it was fun to make. I had a little issues with the head. That's like the hardest part to put on because I'm stubborn. But yeah, overall, I really love the details. Like I love the flowers, and we got more flowers here. I'm trying to show you guys. Yes, it's just so cute. And then on the foot, we have a little rabbit. Just so cute. Oh my gosh. Let me know which one you like the most. Do you like the bears? Do you like the bunny? If you haven't watched the bears, go do that. In my next videos, we will be sewing some household items and maybe a baby dress. I don't know. Just, make sure you subscribe, put on the little bell so you know when I am posting. And yeah, have a good one.